I'm glad to get the opportunity, and thanks Sinn Féin for bringing this very important motion here to the Chamber tonight. And certainly every one of us that's elected here recognise that we have to assist in every way to ensure that our children can access education, whether it is primary school, whether it is the secondary school, or whether it is third level education. We must ensure that it is available and accessible to all children, because there's no question about it. Every boy and girl that's getting up this morning going to school, and some of them are finished now for the holidays, and we wish them all the very best for their bit of a break. And many of them are working to assist their parents and providing the funding to ensure that they can go to school in the fall of the year in September. And I suppose one of the things that's always, and I have those people as well, Minister, ringing about accessing the SUSI grant. And those parents, it's a constant worry and bother to them if they've 1, 2 or 3 children. The cost mount as the numbers increase, and it's very difficult for some of them to meet the bills that they have to pay for, and as well as that, the accommodation costs in Limerick and Cork are so exorbitant. Can you imagine that there were students driving up and down from Kerry to Cork and Limerick last fall of the year when they couldn't get accommodation at all, or they couldn't pay for it at all? That's not acceptable, Minister, and we must ensure that that doesn't happen in the future. Last year we had an announcement by the Minister for Education here, I suppose about this time of the year, that every child would have free school transport to the national school. Yet we knew that the preparations weren't made for that. The school bus transport in Tralee in our county wasn't ready for that, or the hand preparations made. We all know how hard it is to get drivers, how hard it is to get contractors available, and to ensure that their buses up to standard. It was very unfair, and it was very little. It wasn't thought out very well that that every child going to national school would have free transport. That was the way it was outlaid, but that in reality isn't what happened. Now, it is a struggle to ensure that those travelling beyond 2 miles have school transport, and it's hard to organise that and get it going. But I believe that all those that are beyond 2 miles are entitled to that free school bus transport, because in a place like Kilgarvan, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 national schools already closed down, and there was a commitment given by the Department of Education that time that all those areas from those schools that were closed down would be transported into the Central School, which is Kilgarvan National Central School. But sadly, it's a struggle to ensure that those children get the transport all the time, because in rural Ireland there are different times. I'm sorry, Lasco and Corner, for coughing, but it is a struggle to ensure that that service is maintained, because for the time it lapses and maybe there's no family coming from we'll say the Gotlahan area in Kilgarvan, and then all of a sudden a family arrives again, and you need to start up the transport again, and there's a reluctance there all the time to ensure that that family are accommodated. See, those things, that's why I worry about governments that make statements like that, saying that children are going to always be transported, because the next government that comes in seems to forget that. And we will keep reminding you, as long as we're elected here, or elected representing the people, that those commitments were given. And they were given in every parish as well as Kilgarvan. They were given in Guineaville, where Turin Cahill closed, and all the different schools that were closed down back in time, there was a commitment given, and if you don't do that, Minister, you're neglecting rural Ireland, and what you're kind of dictating then is that people can't live in those areas if they haven't a car to come in themselves.
Thank you, Deputy.